Gregor, you wrote the film, co-wrote the film.
Yeah, co-wrote the film with Benjamin and with Matthias, and yeah.
So where did the initial idea come from?
Well, first of all, we actually started, funny enough, not with the topic itself, but Matthias and I was sitting and thinking about making a feature film because we know each other since, I don't know, 17 years or something like that. And he's an actor from Berlin, and he's doing quite a lot of work there. And I'm a director, but mostly doing music videos and commercials and stuff like that. And yeah, we wanted to do a feature film, actually. And it was supposed to be something very small and with very few locations and a very small cast. And then we start writing, and we had the funny idea that we fund the movie completely by ourselves, which is totally rare in Germany. It's actually impossible, without governmental funding, without a broadcasting TV station involved or something like that. It gave us a lot of freedom, but yeah, while writing it exploded a little bit and it became bigger and bigger. So the first idea was actually that we wanted to make a feature film together, and then we thought about the topics, and we thought that gentrification is something which really has to do with everyone in the city.
Matthias, was the idea always for you? I think there's another mic.
Yeah, it didn't work yet. So,
does it not work?
Does it now? Okay.
There we go. Thanks, Thurston. So was the idea for you always to play the lead character in whatever you wrote?
Yeah, of course. If I decide to actually write and produce a feature film, yeah.
But once the process began, and you started writing about gentrification, whether that was intentional or not, did those themes speak to you as an actor?
Yeah, of course it did. I mean, it was a big challenge for me as an actor.
Definitely. I mean, it was the character we wrote is such a tragic, figure actually, and not figure, but how do you say character? Such a tragic character. So there was a lot of beef, I guess, for an actor in that role, right? I mean, you wrote it with me, so.
Yeah, but it changed a lot. You start out with an idea and you start developing the character, and there was a lot of beef and even when shooting, because it's different shooting as an actor, and then working on set as a producer, while they're setting the lights, then going back in and acting, that was quite different for me. So it was really hard. Never did that before, so.
Yeah, that was
one of the main challenges for me.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's always like that, and it's when you write and then you produce, and we really had funny situations. Like, I mean, because we didn't have any money or not so much money, we've been doing when you have your lights on the set and you don't move them at night, so you need actually someone guarding that set. But we couldn't afford that, so we were sleeping in that set to guard our own technical stuff and stuff like that. And then in the morning, I said,
we had a nice oven though. Yeah, it was winter, but
and he looked completely wasted and stuff like that. And I said, it's great for character.
Perfect. That was perfect.
Great for the character. And now go in front of the camera and act.
Is it difficult? You touched on it then, but is it difficult working as you both co-wrote this film and your first feature? You no doubt felt very attached to it, but a director and a producer's job is nope, lose that, nope, can't do that. How difficult was that for you guys?
It was probably harder for him. So because he's the director and the creative head behind a lot of stuff.
It wasn't actually. Honestly.
It wasn't okay. So
no, because as a director, I'm actually used to it. It's you're used to this kind of thing. That you have an idea and you have to make compromises, and in those compromises, there's sometimes a strength, which you can actually use. And when you have to react on something or be flexible on set, it can actually help to create something which is, in the best case, better than you actually have written it. So. That wasn't so much the problem actually with compromising and stuff like that.
So you said that wasn't so much the problem. Was there a problem on set? Or?
Oh yeah, I mean it was cold, and I don't know why, but we decided
it's warm in here compared to our set. It's really warm and nice in here.
Yes, we did it in end of December, and we shot in end of December, and it was so cold, and the main location we had had no heating at all, so that was pretty hard.
Actually, you turned on the heater and then you had to turn it off when you started shooting. And you could just watch the warmth getting sucked out of the room.
Did that help with the acting? Because you weren't acting.
Sometimes you had to put ice in your mouth because of your breath. So, but it helped with the acting. But it was really, I don't know, it was pretty tough.
And we had a couple of days where we've been shooting outside, and for somewhat reason we decided to shoot that again in December, which is the shortest time of daylight. And if you don't have the technical stuff, for light, you need to have light outside. So next time I shoot it in the summer because I have more time.
I was going to ask if you could make one change, what would it be? But I've already made a note: shoot it in summer.
That's true.
Again, well, let's just take this back to gentrification. Very prescient topic. We have joked about rents going up everywhere, but they are effectively, even in Manchester. What's the reaction been to the film so far? Because it is it's something I've experienced, and I imagine a lot of other people have experienced.
Very, very good. I mean, it is again a topic. Everyone somewhat knows about it, even though the word gentrification probably is something which sounds very dull and stiff, but when you live it. So no, it's been very good. We had already a premiere in Germany, of course, and it was on a very good festival as well, and it was very well received and through all ages, because if you're a student, you have the same problems as if you are living in a flat for 40 years and then your real estate agent comes, renovates it, and says, "Come on, now you pay the double price of the rent, and you cannot afford anymore to live in that place." So it goes through all the ages. That worked very well, and honestly, I've been happy or glad that we decided to make a movie which is still a thriller and a drama. So it's also hopefully entertaining and suspenseful, which I think was important for that kind of topic, to reach a little bit wider audience for that kind of thing.
And Gregor, you said when you were working on the film, the initial idea, and Matthias, you can speak to this as well. The initial idea was something small for your first feature film, and then it spiraled out of control. Was there ever a moment where it got too big, and you were like, "Right, we need to step back from this now and say, scale it down"?
Shall I? Or?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I mean,
no, go ahead.
Well, that's actually an interesting question. Have we talked about it? I mean, there was one moment when we checked the screenplay, and I don't want to give too much away because there's another screening on the 9th, which is tomorrow at 9:45, and there are a lot of twists involved. But what I can say is that at one moment we've been talking about leaving it completely inside the flat, because there's a lot of stuff happening outside of the flat as well, with police and SWAT and stuff like that. And we tried that. So we rewrote our own script, trying to focus totally on the flat, but that didn't really work out. It was so, and that was a moment where we've been thinking, like, can we make it a bit cheaper and stuff like that? I mean, it's still compared for a real movie, it's really cheap.
It is a real movie.
And I mean, compared for a
studio
produced
production.
studio, something like that. It's still very, very cheap. But for us, it was hard times.
Well, thank you so much for your time today,
Sure.
guys. Gregor and Matthias, everyone.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much.